This is the third time Lin Chen has gone home drunk recently. He thought he was hiding it well and said that he was just getting together with old friends. In fact, his friend had already sent me a video. Xiao Ru is back. In the video, a woman with a beautiful face becomes the center of vision. The people next to him were all coaxing. Xiao Ru, you have been abroad for 8 years, and you have to make up for our 8 drinks. Otherwise you are not allowed to leave. As soon as the picture turned, Lin Chen stood in front of Xiao Ru. The broken gold slowly flowed through his sharp jawline, clearly a somewhat embarrassing scene. But it seemed to be at ease because of his precious movements. One cup after another, for fear that others will touch Xiao Ru's finger. Obviously he has been sober for 5 years. Bai Yueguang is indeed an existence that breaks principles. I stood at the door and took Lin Chen for my assistant. He put all his weight on me and subconsciously kissed me on the lips. It seems that even if you are drunk, you still remember not only to kiss when you go out, but also to go home. But I avoided it, not just because of the smell of alcohol. When I was with him, I knew that he had a white moonlight hidden in his heart. But at this moment, I still feel a little sick. I directly put Lin Chen on the bed and picked up the phone that kept ringing. It's my mother. You are not young anymore. How are you and Shaolin doing? Although we can't afford to clan their family, don't be brainless. You have never been a parent and don't understand if you give birth to a child for him. Can his parents still not see you? For the sake of the child, it won't. You don't think about yourself. You should also think about your family. Think about your brother, right? I looked at the indiscriminate news and scratched my hair irritably. Early the next morning, Lin Chen came out of the room rubbing his head. At that time, he saw a large table of breakfast that I had made for him. Why didn't you go to work today? I stopped what I was doing and poured him a glass of water. I took half a day off. You have a hangover. Your stomach must be upset the next day. I made you some light breakfast. Lin Chen didn't say anything more, sat down to eat. For the past 5 years, we have been living like this. Lin Chen has money and power. I have emotional value. On the first day Xiao Ru came back, he could have broken up with me directly to pursue his love that had been delayed for 8 years. But he didn't, because I couldn't bear it. 5 years. Even if you raise a dog, you also have feelings. He is hesitating, making a choice. I held my face and quietly looked at Lin Chen who was eating opposite. His brow bones were extremely superior, and the pale shadows cast added a bit of indifference and alienation to the noble appearance. His father is an industrialist, and his mother is a famous lady, and he is also a first-class background. The prince of the Beijing circle who was really born with a golden spoon in his mouth. For him, in the end, there is probably no need to choose. While reuniting with Xiao Ru, while raising me, I lowered my head and scooped up a spoonful of porridge and put it in my mouth. But I don't have time to make trouble with him. My design institute opened a branch in the south. My immediate boss, Sister Li, appreciated me very much and asked me if I would like to transfer with her. As a veteran employee, this is an opportunity. I hesitated before because Lin Chen couldn't let me go in a long-distance relationship. But now, this great opportunity is in front of me. Leave him, thousands of miles away, completely free from parental control. And I have always been very good at seizing opportunities. The story of me and Lin Chen is my initiative. He is handsome and has a good family. No woman is not tempted. I pursued him violently. I am 170 cm tall, fair and beautiful, graduated from a prestigious university, worked in a design institute, and had a good temper to raise 10 bigs. And Lin Chen resisted in the face of my relentless pursuit. Rare, but it doesn't matter. It's normal for a man like him to be arrogant. Until one time my design was plagiarized by a new celestial dragon in the office and published first. As a result, he was imprisoned and even faced expulsion. When I was overwhelmed, I didn't expect Lin Chen had to stand up for me. As soon as he made a move, everything was easily settled. The plagiarist not only apologized to me, but also rolled up and walked away. I don't mean anything else, I just think it's unfair. He was like a passing judge who supported justice, but unfortunately the fake pink behind his ears exposed him. I am a very good climber. It doesn't matter what you say, what matters is the behavior. Our relationship began to change subtly. No confession, no flowers, but unknowingly, they became lovers. His friends recognized me, and so did my friends. I am a very traditional person who likes stronger men. Lin Chen Hao has machismo in his bones, but he is very well educated, and he will not show it specially, and he is generous, so that this bit of machismo is more like a domineering president in my eyes. I trained him little by little to the way I liked, whether it's in bed or under the bed. He is very to my liking. It's really uncomfortable to give up like this. After Lin Chen Hao resigned, I packed up the dishes and chopsticks and went straight to the unit. Discussed the transfer with Sister Li. She looked hesitant. Is it okay? Can the one in your family be so far away from you? Speaking of which, the reason why Sister Li and I are so familiar with each other is also because Lin Chen Hao matchmaking. It's just that there is still an essential difference between her and that group of gentlemen. She stands at the highest level of Maslow's needs. There are dreams and courage. Follow her. It couldn't be better. I pulled up a standard smile. Of course, I'll take care of it. I believe he will definitely support my career. Lin Chen Hao's good brother kindly sent a video of their 8th party. I dressed up carefully, picked up my bag, and set off for the bar. After 5 years of talking, no one knows Lin Chen Hao's temper better than me. He is rebellious and hates others controlling him the most, so I want to force him to make a choice. When I opened the box door, I happened to see Xiaoru kissing Lin Chen Hao. When everyone saw that I suddenly arrived, they forgot about it for a moment. Lin Chen Hao reacted, saw me standing at the door, and pushed Xiaoru away. The atmosphere in the box was a little stalemate for a while. I don't know which of his brothers spoke. Ran, don't be angry. We're just playing games. It's nothing. Lin Chen Hao also reacted from a daze. With a rare guilty conscience on his face. Why are you here? As if I hadn't heard. I went straight to Xiaoru. She stared at me with full confidence and imperative in her eyes. I'm sorry, Yurei Hao's girlfriend. It's just that I lost the mission on the big adventure. We've been friends for many years. We won't mind this kind of thing. Of course, if you are angry, I apologize. Please don't blame Mei Hao. I looked her up and down and said with a smile, Miss Xiao has been abroad for so many years, and it turns out that she went to study green tea. In one sentence, the smoke in the air was instantly ignited. Lin Chen Hao suddenly became anxious and immediately stood in front of her and ran. Don't make trouble here. I'll go back and explain to you. In his eyes, I have always been polite and sensible, and I know how to advance and retreat. There is no reason why such a bright step cannot be descended. But I'm here to find trouble today. In Lin Chen Hao's eyes, it is estimated that there is no difference from Zhongxi. I raised the bag in my hand, suddenly attacked, and smashed it on Xiaoru through Lin Chen Hao. Steal other people's boyfriends. You are really capable. Sure enough, Lin Chen Hao's face was stained with anger. Push me directly. You are endless. My feet weren't steady and I fell backwards. Fortunately, there were a lot of people leading melons on the side, and they were quick and supported me. Just the right tear. I looked up and saw my old boyfriend protecting another woman. Lin Chen Hao, you are cheating. There was only a fleeting waver in his eyes. The voice is always indifferent. And Ren, don't forget, we have never had a relationship. I was stunned for a moment. I thought that with Lin Chen Hao's temper, he would probably simply undecisively say that he would break up with me. But what he said was, we have never had a relationship with each other. Also right, it's just that he lacked people around him, and I happened to stay for 5 years. I think it's really embarrassing to stay on. So, I wiped my face. You're right, We don't have a relationship in the first place. Then dragged his slightly painful ankle and walked out of the box step by step. Call. It seems that the dust has settled, and I breathe a sigh of relief. These days, I have been wondering if there will be a parallel world where I am fascinated by ghosts, really, as my mother said. Tie up Lin Chen Hao with a child and ask for a title. Therefore, today's appearance is not just for breaking up, also to give up on yourself. I went back to the house in the city center, Lin Chen Hao's house. I packed up my things and went to the hotel. At 3 o'clock in the morning, I was lying in bed, still not sleepy. I was born into a family with a hidden patriarchy. My parents like to talk about their greatness when they meet people, how they treat their children equally, read to me and train me. But they never realized that the gifts they gave me were easily obtained by my brother, even if I'm an enviable object in the eyes of many. The world's fault tolerance rate for me is still very low. Everything I own is clearly priced. I want to pay it back. Therefore, growing up in this kind of family, I don't love or hate it completely. It has never been wantonly publicized, and it is difficult to break out of the cocoon and be reborn. It's just so faint. Of course my mother wished I could marry Lin Chen Hao. One person attains the Tao, and chickens and dogs ascend to heaven. As for those wealthy grievances and complex relationships, of course, I will deal with them. Then my brother can work effortlessly with my quiet efforts. The child can't trap Lin Chen Hao. The child can only trap me. I understood this truth when I was 10 years old. The uncle next door was not married, but he had more than a dozen children one after another. When he is old, he will still shamelessly come up and ask them to support him. For them, children are the thing of that moment. Drowsiness gradually came over, and I felt that I should thank Lin Chen Hao. I also loved him. I don't have much ability, but I love freedom. Compared to Qian Quan, I love to hide in the dormitory bed on rainy days, without classes or urine. And my mobile phone and tablet game console are fully charged. In the years when I was new to society, young people were most likely to be troubled. Lin Chen Hao has been escorting me. How many ill intentions at the wine table and the deliberate difficulties between colleagues will turn into powder when they encounter the name Lin Chen Hao's girlfriend. Everyone is willing to open a green channel for me. Because of Lin Chen Hao, I can see farther and wider. Experience, connections, and knowledge. Those things that I can't get even if I work hard, as long as I am Lin Chen Hao's girlfriend. Can also let me experience an effortless feeling. This is where he really works. A second before I fell asleep, I was still thinking, Lin Chen Hao is not qualified to be a boyfriend. It's good to be a spring boy. Sleeping until dawn is rare. Dozens of messages on the phone to read. First, Sister Lee sent a video. It was a video of me using a bag to pick up shower last night. She majored in music abroad, often posts videos of her performance on social platforms, and has a certain number of fans. As soon as the melon-eating masses picked it up, it sparked heated discussions. Xiao Ru said in the last video that she recently reunited with her former Bai Yueguang, and I heard that she is still the prince of the Beijing circle, and she is also handsome. What is the origin of the woman opposite? It can't be the current prince. Your circle is really chaotic. The love story between a talented musical woman and a prince in the Beijing circle. Can I watch this? How can there be any origin? Didn't you see that man said it had nothing to do with her? It is estimated that he is a gold worshipper, and the prince refuses to let go. It looks like it's so cheap. Who gave her the courage to think she could compare to Bai Yueguang? The comments that followed seemed to be manipulated, scolding me all at once. Sister Lee, Enran, are you okay? I cut out the chat interface and looked at other information. It was sent by Lin Chen Hao's brothers. Enran, you follow me. I won't be worse than Brother Lin to you. First, it turned out to be this idea. No wonder he was so energetic to ventilate me. There are more than a dozen such messages. There weren't so many people in the bar last night. I blocked them one by one. After all, she is now a deeply hurt woman. This makes sense. I simply packed myself up and went straight to the unit. When Sister Lee saw me, she couldn't help but look worried. Do you want me to find someone to suppress the matter? I shook my head and asked. This matter won't have any impact on the hospital, right? It's not that big. How about you and Lin Shenhao? I know that he is inhuman, I said inferently. Then it's okay. It's not that I haven't been pushed to the forefront. Anyway, the internet has no memory. If things don't ferment, don't spend that money. They will be left behind in a long time. When I was cited and plagiarized, I was often bullied online. It's just that it was leveled by Lin Shenhao. I don't know how many of his handicrafts there are in this matter. I'm relieved to see that you don't feel bad about it. But it just so happens that there is nothing to worry about this transfer, and women still focus on their careers. I thought so too. In this way, the branch has not completely finished work. I will give you leave. You go out to relax, and when everything is done over there, you can just go over and report. And this kind of good thing, then thank you, sisterly. It is not in vain that I have worked hard for many years. That night, I bought a plane ticket to go abroad and chose a small southern island with a warm climate and pleasant scenery. Refreshing. It's like hiding on the bed in the dormitory on a rainy day, no classes and no urine, and the mobile phone and tablet game console are fully charged. As soon as I arrived at the hotel, I was about to drag my luggage when I found that the suitcase had two broken wheels. I was about to call the hotel waiter. A strong arm behind me stretched out and helped me lift the box. I tilted my head and saw a pair of amber eyes breaking into my vision. It is like a gemstone that has been sealed for hundreds of millions of years, thick but clear. I was stunned for a while. The man on the opposite side saw me clearly and was also stunned for a moment, and then asked, "Are you Chinese?" I just realized that his eyebrows and eyes are deep, his nose bridge is high, and he has a different kind of exotic style. Ah, yes, then we can be considered. What do you say, fellow countryman? He lifted my luggage up the steps and bent his eyebrows. Just call me Leo. At the moment, I have only one thought in my head. This little foreigner, it's really impressive. The news of Zhao Ru's return to China, Lin Shenhao received it as soon as possible. Friends joked that they had been reunited for a long time, and the thunder stirred the fire. Lin Shenhao thinks so too. So when Zhao Ru kissed him for the first time, he didn't avoid it. At that time, he hadn't even broken up with Anran. The second time, no. The third time, Zhao Ru climbed on his neck, her voice very fragile. Hey, how can we go back to the past? Lin Shenhao found that he was not as excited as he imagined. I don't even remember what I said. I guess it's okay. What happened later came naturally. As soon as the clouds and rain stopped, Zhao Ru acted coquettish, lying in his arms. Lin Shenhao gently broke away from her and walked to the window alone. I was very annoyed, as if there was an evil fire with nowhere to vent. Is it because she learned that Zhao Ru returned to China because of problems with her father's company, and she wanted to marry herself? Or because Anran, even just now, he had been lingering in his mind. Lin Shenhao lit a cigarette irritably. One by one after another. In fact, he has quit smoking for 5 years, because Anran doesn't like the smell of smoke. So is wine. Even when Zhao Ru asked him why his mobile phone was so cute just now, he was stunned for a while. Because Anran likes it. She is always keen to put those pink stickers on her phone case. I like to search for some inexplicable couples on the internet, 100 things to do, and pull him along. And as a boyfriend, he will never even accommodate her for this little thing. Only then did Lin Shenhao realize that Anran had invaded his world arrogantly. He left quietly again. Anran is very beautiful, even very aggressive. But she herself does not match her appearance. He stood in front of the window and thought for a long time before he suddenly realized what it was like. It's water. It's air. When you have it, It doesn't feel very special. But, once lost, it was like being choked and taking out the breath. Lin Qianhao thought of Enran's tears that night. Like late thunder, it fell densely on his heart. He inexplicably hated himself a little. Oh, she shouldn't have been treated like that. How sad is she to show such an expression? Enran probably. I really want to go to the end with myself. Lin Qianhao didn't finish smoking the last cigarette. He turned around and said to Xiaoru, I will fill in those holes of your father's for him. The charm on the face of the woman on the bed came to an abrupt end. Hey, Hao, why are you saying this at this time? It seems that he is a little complaining about his incomprehensible style. Lin Qianhao ignored it and began to get dressed. At this moment, he suddenly felt that there was no need to go back to the past. He fantasized for many years before realizing that he had already moved forward. Your studies abroad are not easy to delay. Go back early. Only then did Xiaoru realize the meaning of Lin Qianhao's words. But no matter how desperately she shouted, Lin Qianhao never looked back. He stepped on the accelerator to the property in the city center, and the moment he pushed open the door, there was no greeting and hug as before, and ran. He shouted, but suddenly realized that something was wrong. The house is clean and tidy. There is nothing like Enran. Even their couple photos are gone. Lin Qianhao's heart finally surged with panic. Ran. There was still no response. It wasn't until he searched all the rooms that he was forced to accept this fact and Ran left. Liu is a very interesting person. He also happened to be on vacation and stayed in the same hotel as me. Just asked me why I thought of traveling here alone. I was scumbag by a man, so I came out to relax. Leo raised an eyebrow, smiling. Really? Then he is really I don't know what to do. He likes to use all kinds of idioms, and after using them, he will be scheming close to me, looking like he is curious and eager to learn. Sister, do you think I used it right? Those amber eyes make people want to get closer and find out. Leo is for years younger than me and stands to reason not my type. It's just that face is too authoritative, plus the capital of his 8-pack ABS. When he said, Sister, don't be upset by that kind of person, why don't you try me? When? I was shamefully moved. But girls must first protect themselves when they are outside. I said yes, but both sides need to have a medical examination. Leo readily agreed. He is really much younger than Lin Qianhao. But being young is easy to learn and has a strong sense of service. There is still an inexhaustible amount of strength. For the first time, I felt a thrill called conquest and control. Every morning, when I open my eyes, I will see a puppy with curly hair acting coquettish eye. Sister, good morning kiss. No wonder, when Lin Qianhao Bai Yueguang came back. He didn't break up with me immediately. This feeling of being served and coaxed. Who doesn't like it? I smell so good. It's just that wonderful days always have an end to a day. Once, Leo and I went to a nearby Chinatown. The local area sells the kind of surname beads that are often seen in scenic spots. I used to see Lin Qianhao often when I went out to play. It's just that he always felt stupid, so he refused to buy it. Leo picked a skewer for me and picked up another one for herself. I was a little surprised. I am only a quarter of German ancestry. And I'm Chinese, and of course I have a Chinese name. The bracelet is engraved with the word time. It immediately aroused my vigilance. Leo dressed well and said that his hometown was in the capital. Time is not a popular surname, plus the Beijing circle. If it is the time related to Lin Qianhao, wouldn't it be embarrassing? Moreover, I am not small after all. It's not good for my brother to rely on me. The most important thing is one. I'm going back to work. So, on a sunny day, pat your buttocks. Leave. Every day at the new company is fulfilling. Fortunately, life is still very rich. When he was with Lin Qianhao, he contracted all the expenses, including the house in the city center. During the New Year's holidays, gifts are even more generous. Although Master Lin has a little bit of reproach emotionally, he is never stingy with money. As for my parents, they were very anxious when they heard the news of my breakup, and they also persuaded me to reconcile with Lin Hao. But if you are anxious, you can only do it. My family background, that is, Lin Hao looks down on me. Does their family look down on me? I have been with him for 5 years, he said to give up. I will not live. Seeing that I was going to make a fuss to death, they became worried and didn't dare to provoke me again. If I delay for a few more years, I will be able to withdraw from the blind date market. After all, there are few dragons and phoenixes among people like Lin Hao, and it is human nature not to be able to get out for several years. When the time comes, I will gain a firm foothold here, and the emperor will be far away, and they won't be able to control me. On this day, Sister Lee suddenly came to me in a strange tone. And Ran, do you know that Lin Hao has been looking for you recently? I was stunned. A little strange. Lin Hao, looking for me. Sister Lee nodded. He went to the Design Institute to find you. I asked them not to reveal your whereabouts, and he came to me again. Of course I won't tell him that you and I came to the south. She looked at me a little puzzled. Haven't you broken up with him? My head immediately shook like a rattle. How can it? It's clean. The main thing is that it doesn't matter. Anyway, pay attention. I don't know if he will inquire about you from elsewhere. I am at peace with Sister Lee's heart. Maybe he's a little emotionally fighting back, right? But it doesn't matter. Xiaoru is still here. How can he think about me? It turns out that it is too early to say. After work, I saw a familiar car parked at the door. Lin Hao leaned against the car, staring at me tightly. The first sentence is, "Why did you leave without saying a word? Do you know how long I've been looking for you?" I couldn't read the expression on Lin Hao's face, nor did I understand his inexplicable words. It seems that I am a scumbag who deceives feelings. But, as a person, I still have basic politeness. Do you have anything to do with me? Lin Hao's expression froze on his face for a while. Hey, I'll pick you up. I laughed all at once. Lin Hao, what do you mean by taking me back? Also, in what capacity did you come to me? He seemed to suddenly turn off the fire. That night, I didn't mean that. And I didn't want to break up with you. I thought clearly I like you. I love you. It's me. I can't do without you. I didn't expect Lin Hao to say these words. He was arrogant, and it was difficult to see him bow his head. But so what? Why do you think that if you turn back, I will give you a chance? I bypassed Lin Hao, but he didn't give up. I know I did something wrong, but you have to give me a chance to make amends. It's a bit annoying. I stood still and looked at Lin Hao. There is a word called good gathering and good dispersal. And I think it suits us very well. We used to be worthy of each other. So let's be strangers from now on. Lin Hao's eyes turned red in an instant, and he grabbed my hand. Why do you say to be a stranger if you are a stranger? Lin Hao's emotions were obviously very excited. But this is downstairs in the company, and he can't do anything to me. I was about to call the security guard when a hand stretched out from behind me and abruptly broke Lin Hao's hand away from me. I was a little surprised. It's Leo. You, why are you here? I don't know why Leo is here. It's obvious. He and Lin Hao knew each other. Leo's eyes glanced at me, and his voice was filled with an inexplicable smile. Hi. Because someone abandoned it. I was a little panicked. Wouldn't you be talking about me? But I decided to strike first. My eyes wandering between them. Why do you know each other? Theo nodded frankly. Logically speaking, he should call me cousin. Lin Hao looked like he was about to explode. I've known him for so long, and his emotions have never been too exposed. It is really rare to be able to become a pufferfish. I don't care how you know. You. I warn you, don't make trouble here. After saying that, he was going to pull me again. Leo blocked him sideways. Lin Shenhao, I haven't seen you for so long. You are still so authoritarian. Who does she want to choose? Who does she want to go with? Shouldn't you listen to her thoughts? As soon as I finished speaking, the two men looked at me together. I don't want to choose any of them, but it was still an arrow step behind Leo. At that moment, Lin Chenhao's face was shocked, stunned, and he couldn't come back to his senses for a long time. His voice was full of disbelief. Han Ran, you. A sudden bell rang, interrupting Lin Chenhao's unfinished words. He was about to hang up the phone, and when he saw the caller ID, he stopped his action and pressed answer. I don't know what was said over there. Lin Chenhao's face became darker and darker. Leo burst into laughter. I recently opened a branch here, and by the way, I asked my cousin and brother-in-law to come and visit. It just so happened that they happened to know that you were here too. So, why can't the family get together? Lin Shenhao was a general, looked at Leo viciously, and finally said, Anran, I will not give up. After Lin Shenhao resigned, I breathed a sigh of relief. Liao, oh no, Liao. He suddenly changed his face and looked at me aggrieved. Why? Sister, how can you say goodbye without saying goodbye? Before I could speak, he immediately answered, But, for the sake of your choice of me just now, I'll pretend it's nothing. It's really coaxing. I coaxed myself well. Looking at his proud face, I asked, You have a bad relationship with Lin Chenhao, right? He was even more proud. I've always been unaccustomed to him. I've been ignoring others since I was a child. What are you pretending? It's rude. It seems that they are still sworn enemies. Then don't involve me. Leo's smile suddenly froze on his face. Sister, won't you take me home? I looked at him speechlessly. Don't say it. You came here to open a branch for me. What if not? He looked at me eagerly. I stood still and took a deep breath. You don't have a good relationship with Lin Chenhao. After returning to China, you investigated me, and then found out about my past with him, by the way. So you became interested in me and chased after me. The purpose is to make him angry, but I don't have time to play games with the two eldest young masters, so no matter what grievances you have, please don't involve me. Leo was stunned for a moment, and then realized that I was drawing a clear line with him. He smiled and shook his head. Sister, you made a mistake. If I didn't become interested in you first, how could I investigate you? I sneered. Love at first sight is all about love. Leo asked, Don't you like me? I choked for a while. Leo took advantage of the victory to pursue. Besides, my sister is really domineering. Well, she is good-looking, and she doesn't allow others to see her interests. Well, I do have a little guilty conscience, and I'm better than Lin Shenhao. He's a young master, and he's in his hands. Just some pocket money. I can't even decide on my own marriage. I'm different. Hearing this, I still have to refute. Actually, he's done quite well in the past few years. Leo frowned. Sister, don't praise him in front of me. I'll be jealous. And didn't you choose me just now? I already understand that Leo is the owner of a dyeing workshop that gives a little color. So he touched his chin and pretended to think seriously. Actually, I just think you're a little better than him. Leo's face suddenly turned as black as the bottom of a pot. Lin Chenhao did not give up as he said. His car squats downstairs in my company every day. Flowers, cakes, necklaces. Those little tricks you once looked down on have all become his new moves. Of course, I didn't accept it once. Every time he walked through Lin Chenhao's lost eyes. Hey, colleague, I know jokes with me. Are you really not moved? There are really not many ex-boyfriends who can do this when they turn back. Just like the wife chasing crematorium in the novel, separation may just make him understand his feelings better. I saw him yesterday as if he even had a ring ready. Isn't he going to propose directly? I smiled and didn't answer them. After coming to the branch, I was the leader under Sister Li. Many important projects have been assigned to me. No one will call me Lin Chenhao's girlfriend again. They usually call me directly. Mr. An, I don't want to deny my way of coming, but it has to be said. Mr. An is just 2 words. It's much cooler. If Lin Chenhao really can't think about it, he says he wants to marry me. With his character, pull me and him against the world, against his parents. Then I really want to invite him, master, of course. In the face of his affectionate return, I am not panicked at all. Young Master Lin didn't chase anyone at all. In a few days, he will give up. It was the rainy season, and it was pouring rain early in the morning. As soon as I opened the door, I saw Lin Chenhao standing outside the door in a daze with a drop of water on his back, ready to knock on the door. Lin Chenhao didn't expect me to suddenly open the door, shake off the water droplets on my body, and hand me the bag in his hand. Breakfast for you. It's hot. You're almost on your period lately. Although the temperature is high, it is still very cool to rain. I didn't take it. I just stood at the door and looked at him quietly. An inexplicable emotion surged in my heart. If in the years when I had the strongest love for Lin Chenhao, he could have responded with 1/10 of his energy now, we may not have come this far. Merely, 24-year-old An Ran didn't get it. The 29-year-old An Ran no longer wants it. Thank you. It's almost done. Lin Chenhao's hand stopped in mid-air, stiffened for a moment. Don't you like this? I'll go buy you something else. I shook my head. Lin Chenhao, don't disturb me anymore. You can't get out just because you like my enthusiasm initiative, well-behaved and thoughtful. But, as you can see, I can't give it to you now. Don't waste time on me. Lin Chenhao's dark eyes stared at me. What about you? What do you like about me? It was you who made me like this, and it was you who arrogantly made me inseparable from you. Now you say you don't want it anymore. Can you and Leo compare to our 5-year relationship in just a few months? He grabbed my wrist, but trembled violently. Money? Fame? Status? Whatever you like, I can still afford it now. I suddenly felt helpless. It resounded throughout the room. Sister, I did a good job. When I go back, you should reward me. A while ago, I specially made a 3-chapter agreement with him and took him away. After all, if he stayed here, he would fight with Lin Chenhao all day long. It will only stimulate the competitive spirit of Master Lin. I was pitted by Xiaoru once. Only by knowing oneself and knowing the enemy can one be invincible. So I specially entrusted Leo to help me investigate Xiaoru. I didn't expect it. It's really unclean. Xiaoru insisted on studying abroad. A big reason was to help her father transfer assets. Xiao's father's factory was greedy for a lot of money, and although his power was not in the capital, the strong dragon did not suppress the snake. He hid this matter very well. Even many employees who found clues were quietly solved by the Xiao family. It's just that no matter how well you hide it, there will be days when the paper can't contain the fire. Seeing that the matter was about to be exposed, Xiao's father was about to run away, but he still wanted to protect himself. So he asked Xiaoru to return to China and go to Lin Chenhao to renew the frontier. It was Xiaoru who spent a lot of money on marketing the love story of a talented musician and a prince in the Beijing circle. As soon as the news came out, public opinion exploded immediately. Cao Xiaoru's nourishing life abroad was obtained by stepping on countless fragmented families. Growing up eating human blood-steamed buns, he still has the face to show off his wealth on the internet every day. And the hyped video was pinched off from the beginning. Obviously she returned to China, robbed someone else's boyfriend, and had to be beaten upside down. Lin drew a clear line at the first time, and it is still a beautiful love. Take your children to the palace. I lay on the sofa and ate melons. Leo just finished washing the fruit and brought it to the coffee table. Sister, you've been watching it for a day. Get up and exercise. I turned my head to look at him, and his superior face was full of schadenfreude. Lin Chenhao suffered a big loss this time, and Lin's stock price fell a lot because of this. But I have no time to come here to disturb us. Of course I am happy. I forked a piece of watermelon and chewed it. Aren't you afraid that your cousin will find out that this information came from you? And she will settle accounts with you? Leo's eyes blinked. She can't find it besides. If it weren't for me, just like she was in a hurry to hug her grandson, she would definitely have to be pitted by Xiaoru. If the Lin family was trapped by Xiaoru, the trouble would be even greater. She would have to thank me. The mentality is so good. According to Leo, Lin Shen Hao and Xiaoru separated mainly because his mother didn't like Xiaoru and beat the Mandarin ducks. It's just that later, with my jewels in front, my mother just liked Xiaoru. In addition, she was pregnant with her precious grandson, so she wanted to try her best to facilitate this matter. But as soon as this incident came out, Xiaoru's dream of becoming a wealthy family was completely shattered. It's just that Xiaoru is not a good stubble, and she still has a child in her belly. Probably you have to gnaw off a layer of Lin Chenhao's skin to finish. However, how to make trouble is all their business. I am mainly responsible for eating melons. Speaking of which, Lin Shenhao made his own sins. He either honestly rejected others at the beginning, so as not to leave a handle, or he would simply break the mirror and reunite. Don't come here to find me, and let Xiaoru make things bigger. Leo nodded in agreement. This kind of man who wants and wants it can't be wanted. After saying that, he secretly began to promote himself. Sister, when do you think I will be able to become a regular? As I spoke, the phone rang. I glanced at the name and said to Leo, your chance to perform has come. As soon as I picked it up, it was my mother's problem bombardment. Ran, what's going on with Xiaolin? Are you completely out of drama? You are not young. No one will want you in a few years. Why don't you find someone to marry quickly? I hugged Leo directly on the side. Mom, look at my new boyfriend. My mother's eyes lit up immediately. Wow, so handsome. How is his family? At that time, Leo was as good as a stream. Hello, Auntie. I am Mr. Pan's newly adopted boyfriend. Oh, my family is not very good. Thanks to Mr. Pan's support, I also paid tuition for my younger siblings. My aunt looks so kind. She will definitely not dislike me. As long as my aunt agrees, I will go to get the certificate with Mr. And immediately, my mother's face suddenly darkened. How can you find this kind of man? No matter how beautiful he is, it's useless. I interrupted my mother in time. That's not good. I like him. Even if I don't marry him, I will take care of him for the rest of my life. When my mother saw that something was wrong, she was directly anxious. Even if you have a single life, you can't pick this kind of person. Do you have money to fill their family's pit? Don't rush to get married. Mom is very open-minded. Mom won't force you. At this age, career is still the most important. Beep. Hang up. I held back my smile. Leo was busy shaking my arm on the side.